Good evening and welcome to Side 21 and tonight's episode of The Jungles of Paldir. This is your first time catching us on this series. This is a heroic journey through a mysterious jungle in an attempt to save the world. But before we return to that story, we do have just a couple of announcements to get started with. You can find us on social media at Side 21 TV. We are on Instagram, TikTok, and Blue Sky. You can also find our new merch store at side21.tv. Lots of great products on there you can go check out. And just a reminder to check out the YouTube. We've got tons of great actual play videos, but we've also got game guides, animated shorts, and much more. So be sure to check that out. I believe that will conclude our announcements for this evening, however. So let's go ahead and get started on tonight's episode of The Jungles of Paldir. Where last we left off, our party on a mission to find a relic that may be able to kill a god, venturing across an ocean to the island of Paldir, enduring a shipwreck but surviving, not for the grace of Umberly herself, finding themselves on the shores of Paldir, and then making their way into the jungles, meeting a figure by the name of Gorman, who eventually, after being rescued, led them to the village of Banthura. In this village, several things happened. Not only were they able to liberate a habitat of prism beetles and secure passage further north into the island, but they also took care of a couple local matters, lifting a jungle curse off of a mysterious chest bearing the emblem of the Black Hand on its base. And also unraveling a plot involving a Banthurian resident by the name of Dunlow, and what started to appear just as petty theft becoming something a little more, with seemingly the evil goddess Leviathar having influence over the situation. But after a very intense combat, that being the last of the issues needing resolving in Banthura, the party spent one final night in the village. However, one member of the party seems to have disappeared in the process. Saying their final goodbyes to Banthura, at least for the time being, proceeding down the elevator, finding one Mambo ready to fulfill his promise and take the party upriver and further into the jungle. A day of travel followed. They did some fishing. They asked many questions of Mambo as the party made their way up the river and just observed this strange new landscape. After having spent a few days in Banthura getting back to the wilderness of the jungles of Paldir. Maybe 2/3 of the way through the day, you began to smell some fire smoke on the air as you were coming down the river. Pulling to the side and investigating, you found what appeared to be a campsite that was unoccupied, had some sausages and fish hanging from a rack behind, and the campfire still burning despite the rain. Approaching this campsite, it became apparent after an invisible mycanoid creature appeared that combat would ensue. Two more of these mycanoid creatures eventually appearing. Very, very bad attitudes on
Little
these guys. Really not happy to see you guys here in their neck of the woods. The combat was victorious, though. Lethariel did go down in the process. Mambo, strangely nowhere to be seen, during this combat. And that is where we are going to pick up here on the shores of the river here that runs its way through the jungle. Some mycanoid creatures laying limply on the ground, burned and singed from various magical attacks, as well as slashed. So Halbor and Morga, you see Lothariel here now bleeding into the sand. What would you like to do?
Morga's gonna run over and try to do a medicine check. And in the process going, damn it, Letty, will you stop falling down? And she is going to go ahead and I'm going to expend some of my healing that I have with my lay on hands. I'm going to go ahead and give 10.
Oh my god, thank you.
Get back up.
Are they gone?
Yeah, they all died, but you got to stop falling down.
I didn't mean to fall down.
No, it's okay. It's okay. I think you might have broke a string on your instruments, though.
Again.
I mean, thanks to you, I didn't go down, so we appreciate that.
Sure. I guess I'll get up and kind of just like brush myself off. Realize I'm just still soaking wet and muddy. It's not brushing off. And I'm gonna use my cantrip mending just on my harp. I need to get some tougher strings or something.
As you use that cantrip, you see your string, slowly ravel back up and kind of like wind itself back. And you feel in this moment, you just got 10 health, but you feel another round of healing hit you, and I'd like you to add another 3 HP to you and make a perception check, please.
Oh, okay.
Ooh.
Felt great, Morga. Thank you.
Of course.
Perception.
First roll of the day, boys.
Yeah, let's get it. 19.
Good one.
With a 19, you feel this extra healing, this magical energy. You know what it feels like to be healed via magic, and you feel this hit you, and you look over at Morgan. Her hands aren't on you anymore, and with a 19, you look up, and in a branch kind of about halfway up this palm tree, it's just a little bitty branch, it's like one that hasn't grown all the way, you see a tiny figure sitting with their legs dangling on this tiny branch, and
So
it's almost hard to see this light green skinned figure in a kind of simple fairy gown of like a shimmery kind of brown fabric. She's got dark blue kind of hair and like emerald eyes, and she looks down at you and says, "I can't find her."
That was you just now.
And I'm sorry, you see gold pixie dust floating down and touching your shoulders, and you think that this was the source of the additional healing. You're fairy. I can't find her.
Do you mean B?
Okay.
Oh,
Is that her name?
the red hair, who was with us before.
Yeah. Where'd she go?
She had important matters to take care of, unfortunately, and has separated from our group.
I could feel her before, and I don't feel her anymore, and I'm worried.
Do you mean like feel her at all? Like anywhere?
Yeah. Yeah. Where'd she go?
That's very concerning. Shit.
What's your name?
Oh, sorry, I'm Lothario Brookmere.
Ariel Brookmere. I'm Sprout.
Hi, Sprout.
Did she get my note?
I believe so, actually. Did she not? Turn to Morgan Halvor.
Morgan's gonna look
You're big.
at. Thank you so much. I've been getting that comment a lot lately. But you are very tiny. Do you mind coming down here and we can have a conversation? Because we had a note and it was covered in dust. And so we got your message. But my name is Morga. It's nice to meet you. She's just going to hold her hand out, hoping that the fairy will go into her hand.
You see her kind of spring up from the branch from like a seated position where her legs were kind of swinging to a standing position. He kind of puts her arms on her hips like this, looking down at you and says, "You tell me where your fairy went."
We don't.
That is a common question. We don't know.
We don't know. I'm sorry.
Make a persuasion check.
Both of us?
Both of you, or one with advantage.
Dirty,
I am just taking all the notes.
dirty 20.
19. Let's go.
She leaves the branch and kind of, you see these almost like dragonfly, like translucent wings on her back, and you see them start to flap like 100 miles an hour like a hummingbird, and she kind of floats down maybe halfway between you all and the branch, but she does not move into your hand. And she says, "Why did you have a fairy anyway? What was she doing here?
I'm sorry,
You know, it's pretty strange for fairies to be walking around with, not fairies.
I'm sorry.
Not in the
You're
fair.
referring to her as a fairy, like a pixie fairy sort of deal? I know she was fae, but is that what... Sorry, maybe I'm looking stupid. Is that what fae people are called? Hold on, above table. Yeah, okay, I'm stupid. Anyways. Why are you looking for her, if I may ask?
I'm an explorer. And I've spent a lot of time flying around this jungle. And I've never seen a fairy like her before.
Yes, she is quite special. But again, unfortunately, I think she is looking for somebody and desperately needs to know that they're okay, and so it has become her priority instead of what we are doing here.
What are you doing?
Oh well,
That's a loaded question, isn't it?
have you been to mainland Faerun? Or heard of...
What's that?
Right. I will give the pixie a lowdown on Bane coming to the land and us trying to find a weapon to help with this problem. And it's somewhere north and deep in the jungle. Probably pirate fortress, temples, togas. Have you seen a toga before?
Yeah.
Oh, you said that like it's no. Okay, well.
How often have you seen a toger? I have to interject. That was too interesting.
I think I saw a toger, like 2 weeks ago.
Oh, I wonder if it was the same one. Yes.
Hey,
so
thank you.
that's what we are doing here. Seems impossible, but we're giving it our best. Because what other choice do we have?
And now you've lost your fairy.
Yes. Unfortunately.
Well, lost is a strong word.
I'm gonna go look for that relic.
Oh, would
What
you like
relic?
to?
Since you lost your fairy, maybe I can help you. I've never helped other kinds of people before, but
Well, we would love that. Actually, I kind of look around to everybody. Yeah, we could
would
use all
love
the
to
help we
help.
can get. Honestly.
okay. And she flies off, leaving a trail of pixie dust.
Can I
in
tell
her
in
wake.
if she was being like she does want to help us, or she was kind of being a little conniving in any way? Like, if there's something up there.
Make an insight check.
You're a little extra friendly, huh? Natural 20 for a 25.
Nice.
She seemed pretty earnest for about everything except for knowing what a toger was.
Oh, okay.
You think she was definitely lying about the toger part, but you have the feeling that everything else she's told you was true.
I don't think she's seen a toga before. But
What? And I just scratch a big line out of my notes.
yeah, I'm not quite sure that was.
You see the size of her?
Yeah, she's
So tiny.
very tiny.
Finally, someone smaller than me.
Well, that was wild. Should we? Ow! Gotta just hold my side as I get up all the way.
You hear coming from somewhere. As you hear this, you turn around and you don't see anything on the boat, but you hear coming from the direction of the boat. Are they all gone?
Yes, they're all gone.
Wait, where did you go?
You see two big gorilla hands emerge from the other side of the boat and climb back onto the raft, and you see Mambo dripping with water. Kind of it's got some river plant wrapped around his arm that he's throwing back in the water as he climbs back in.
Thanks
Well,
for keeping
glad you're safe.
the vessel safe.
Well, with winds like this, really don't want to leave the only boat alone.
Of course. I'm
You
gonna
understand.
turn to go look at the campsite, and I'd like to just look around it now that it seems clear and see if there's anything worth. I know there's food around, but I'm not sure if there's anything else, any kind of cases or crates or.
Yeah, make a perception check.
Okay.
Do I
18.
think that I've ever seen... Oh, sorry, please go ahead.
With an 18, you do a kind of thorough examination of this campsite, and you're really not finding much. It seems to be just kind of the campfire and the food that it's kind of hanging looks like that it was recently cooked. You do, as you're kind of making your way around the opposite side, you do find where it seems like they were going to use the wild facilities, but other than that, yeah, that's about it.
Heard that. Okay. Well, I guess we shouldn't let this food go to waste. I'm gonna grab a couple sausages
Yeah.
off this with the sticks and.
While he's doing that, Morga's just gonna. How big are these corpses of mushrooms? Are they relatively
Not-
pretty?
Yeah, they're pretty small. They're somewhere the sword guy is the shortest at maybe 2 feet, and then the other two are between 2 and 3 feet tall.
Morga's gonna pick up the bodies and put it in the fire, and
Wait,
she's gonna
I'm studying that!
and she's gonna kneel down and bow her head as a sacrifice to Helm, and she's gonna look around at the two of them and go, I don't think they're gonna need it anymore.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
We'll say as you're doing this to the swordsman and the spear guy, and then Halbor, you had rolled a.
I
you
wanted
were
to
trying
ask
to
if... Yeah, I wanted to ask if I'd ever seen these before, in a book or anything. And then, in case I hadn't, I wanted to be, sketching out some like anatomy designs of the thing.
Make a history check with disadvantage.
All right, perfect.
History or nature, I guess.
I'll just run with history. Not great, only an 8.
No, you haven't. I will say just by their nature, you suspect that they are Fae.
Cool. And then yeah, before I would go ahead and help Morga and like put these things to rest properly ish in the fire, but I do want to like finish at least sketching a rough like body design of it before I do.
Sure. Yep. Yeah, no problem. About this time, Mambo walks up, and the place I usually camp's only about another hour or two up.
Right, I definitely love the rest. I don't feel too well.
Yeah.
You look great. What are you talking about?
Well, I always look great.
Did you get roughed up by these mushrooms?
Yes, I did.
A little bit, yeah.
Kind of glances warily over at the fire as Morga's like dumping the last body in.
This
I'm
is
just like-
nothing. It's fine.
Still breathing heavy.
I was just cooking.
Do you want any? Oh, is there any like grilled veggies? Veggie skewers?
No. Nope. These seem to be very carnivorous mushrooms.
Oh, psycho. Okay, yeah, I finished
Well, yeah,
my
it seems
food.
that these things were a menace, so I'm glad we could clean them up. And Mambo, you called this right. Probably didn't want them left unattended behind us. So,
If you don't mind, I'd like
let's-
to take maybe a short little break, rest in the boat as we get started again. I really just don't feel good. I can help us get
All right,
situated
well.
and ready, but
I think I'll put the fishing poles away for now. I'll just paddle the boat, let you all get some rest in. We'll make camp outside the temple.
all right. Thank you, Mambo. I appreciate it very much. Still, thank you. Sounds good. And I just kind of collapse into
thank
the
you.
boat a little bit onto a seat and like kind of like hang my arms like on the edge, just like ugh.
As you guys make your way back in to the boat, Mambo taking the time to kind of pull in his fishing gear and kind of get it situated underneath the boards, which you guys kind of start to sit on. You guys can all take a short rest as he pushes off from the shore and begins to paddle this raft further into the jungle.
Mambo, is the temple the farthest you've been north into the jungle?
It's not the farthest I've been, but it's about 3/4 of the furthest I've been.
Okay.
Where I'll be dropping you off is pretty close to the furthest I've been. But that'll be after we camp for the night. A little more distance to go.
All right. All right.
But if you'd like to walk it from the first campsite and not take the raft, that's certainly an option as well.
I think we'll take as much help as we can possibly get. I don't know about you all.
yeah, honestly, you've already been a huge boon, Mambo. Thank you so much.
Well, that's the deal we made. I plan to honor it.
As long as you get it back out of here safe, that's all I need to know. Thank you.
Absolutely. I'm not worried. I know how to get myself out of trouble. Yeah, and you guys can all roll some hit dice and do whatever else you are able to do on a short rest.
I will use one of my class features and use my arcane recovery. I don't need any hit points, so instead I just focus all of my studies and like my magical might into my book to regain a couple first level spell slots.
Nice. Yeah, I healed, used 3 dice to heal back up to full. They actually rolled really well.
Well, about this time, the rain seems to break for the day.
I forgot it was raining.
Thank you.
Like squeezing out my clothes. How could you forget? Ugh.
You watch me cast prestidigitation on myself to be warm and dry. I'm just like periodically.
Lothario gives Halvor puppy dog eyes.
I can't make you warm, but I can make you dry.
I'd love that.
Prestidigitate. Yeah, and I'll dry off everybody who wants it, because thank God that's
That would be
instantaneous.
great.
Thank you.
Dry,
I wish I could do
dry.
that.
There you go, guys.
Dry. Dry. Dry.
Anything else you guys would like to do here in this last couple hours of travel for the day before making camp for the evening?
That was a bit odd seeing that pixie. Wasn't it? Wonder what she's doing out here.
I mean, sounds like looking for Abigail.
It does sound like that,
But
but
the
then
good
she
thing-
was so quick to take on the task that we are taking on currently. And with enthusiasm and gusto.
If you want my opinion, at least we have the extra help because we don't know this jungle, and she does.
Well,
Might as well.
Fae. I can only assume Fae might be fickle creatures, considering what we've ran into. So who knows? Maybe that's all it takes to get on their good side.
I think we have a decent group here that can get on hopefully a lot more creatures' good sides. I don't know, I'm just trying to make the best of it.
That's all you can do.
Yep, that's about right. Astute observation, good buddy.
I need to get tougher. Keep getting
You're gonna have some seriously cool scars after this.
I've
You know,
blacked
if you
out
want
more
to, we
times in the
could-
last week than I have in my entire life.
Morgan's gonna pat Letty on the back a little bit and just say, if you want to, I could try to train you on a couple of things so that you don't eat the floor as much. That doesn't taste good.
It does not taste good. Sure.
I'll show you a thing or two.
All right.
We start tomorrow morning.
Okay. We have very different bodies. I'm not sure. Okay, I trust you. That's fine. I would love to. Thank you so much for your help.
I got you.
All right. Mambo, about how much longer till we reach the temple grounds?
We've got about an hour left, I would say. It's nice that the weather's cleared up. That'll make things a bit easier.
Yes. It will. Just kind of look out of the boat and just like scan through the trees again and see if I can see like any kind of creatures, whether they're like, hostile looking or not, or small or big, or anything moving around in the jungle.
Yeah, make a perception, I think. This would be perception.
Okay. Perception. Ooh, 22.
With a 22, you get a really good look, especially now that the rain has cleared. The clouds have kind of broken in the sky above you. And while you never really have a perfectly clean look at the sky in this jungle because there's so many trees, going down this river does give you somewhat of a break, right, in that canopy that you see, just really bright sunlight beams kind of breaking through the treetops now. You can see even just a little segment of the little sliver of sky you do have of a rainbow that seems to be going overhead. It is beautiful. You've got like really brightly colored birds kind of moving intermittently among the trees. Lots of beautiful, lush, vibrant jungle plants, but no threats of any kind at the current hour. And I'll say, as you're kind of finishing up, really getting a good look at your surroundings, you guys do pull up to. You see Mambo start to, kind of veer the boat off to the shore once again, and you guys pull up here. It's just starting to kind of get, you get the kind of last of the sunlight of the day in those sunbeams. And yeah, it's starting to get a little dark now as you pull up.
I touch my firefly necklace and turn it on.
I have 60 feet dark vision, so hopefully that helps me a little bit when it gets too dark, when the light goes away completely, but...
See Mambo kind of go over here and get a fire going, and he says, well, this is where I normally camp for the evening when I do 2-day trips. I hope this suits your needs well. If you've got hammocks or tents you'd like to set up, there's ample space here. This is a fire I've used many times. I will be searching the immediate area for some food, and yeah, you all settle in. Let me know if you need anything.
All right. Do you need any help looking for food, or are you all right?
No, I've got it. You all set up your stuff. I'll be back shortly.
All right. Please be careful. Yeah, I'll go ahead and kind of set up my sleeping bag up against, like, near one of these, like, kind of stone walls near the campfire, just to kind of get some cover, I suppose, and just kind of sit down on it.
Orga's gonna set up her very large giant tent. Not tent,
Sleeping bag.
hammock.
Hammock.
Yeah. Hammock. And try to lay down and say, this definitely fits a lot better than before.
That's good.
I'm going to be like, are none of you interested in the temple ruins that you're leaning on? Like, this might be an archaeological discovery. Like, holy crap, guys.
Oh,
And I'm like taking my book out and I'm making notes. I just turned on my pendant. I'm gonna go stare at it, like go check it out for a little bit real fast.
Yeah, as you come over here, as you approach, you notice this kind of what looks to have been a column, like an ornately kind of carved column with like a stone kind of crocodile carved out of it. It does seem to have fallen down at some point, and you see a set of really wide, large steps on either side of this kind of palm tree that lead down into a lower area. And as you look down in that lower area, you see a large, kind of similarly carved to the column circle in the ground that's made of like a distinctly different stone than the rest of what looks like the cobblestone down there at the base. And then beyond that, you do see what looks like a large circular inset carving in the far wall as well.
Of course I'm interested, but maybe we should wait for Mambo to get back, or I kind of join him over there and just like kind of peek down the stairs.
You just see me, and I'm like, a true archaeologist never waits. And but I do like stand still, and I go, I'm gonna cast a spell. This is gonna take me 10 minutes. And I'm gonna start like trying to ritually cast detect magic because I learned my lesson.
Okay. Yeah, so that'll take you about 10 minutes. What are the rest of you guys doing?
While he's doing... Go ahead.
Oh. Go ahead, it's okay.
I was just gonna say, while you're doing that, Albor, I was gonna say, well, I think I'm pretty exhausted from the fight earlier, and I don't really know how much more I can be of help, and so we just I think it would be best if we just stay careful for the night, and maybe we can do a little bit more extreme exploring tomorrow, or just some light exploring tonight. I just want to be careful.
That's why I'm casting this. Once I have it running, I'll be able to just go down the steps and see if anything's like, if any of these two frescoes or like display stuff has any sort of magical meaning, and then I'll just come back for the night.
All right, I trust you. Sounds good. I'm gonna go see what Morga's doing while you do that.
Yes, he begins to ritually cast. What does it look like as you ritually cast the spell?
It honestly looks like he's performing, I imagine, some sort of like historical reading. I'm making jokes like I'm doing a rain dance, but literally he takes his like staff, draws a circle around him in the sand, and then starts like writing runes at like north, south, east, and west, and then starts like reading in magic language out of his book.
Hell yeah. Lothariel, as you watch him start to do this, you walk back around the corner and rejoin Morga. Morga, what are you doing as he comes back to the fireside here?
Morgan's gonna be grabbing a stick from the ground and just kind of fidgeting with it as she's kind of sitting in her hammock, but kind of sitting upright and kind of poking at the fire and looking over at Letty. And she's gonna say, can I ask you a question?
Sure.
I know what might have happened recently, maybe getting to you, but I just want to make sure that you're okay because now that we are venturing in deeper into the jungle and we are facing weird mushrooms and possibly other creatures, I just want to make sure as a friend, can I do anything to help you?
Well, thank you. I haven't had too many friends in my life. So that's very appreciated. But I think you do more than enough. I mean, you've saved me countless times. You just healed me and saved my life earlier as well. Uh, Look, I don't know exactly what to say. I'm still trying to get used to this. I appreciate you, and I guess if I think of anything, I will let you know. But we're all in this together, and you know, I could say the same for you. Like, if there's anything that you need that I could help with, let me know. Because we all gotta get out here with the thing that we came for to make this work and worth it. So
Of course. And the first rule of fighting is don't go down. Tomorrow, we
Right.
have a new lesson,
All
and
right.
you must be ready, okay?
Okay, I'm ready for that lesson.
Okay.
Thank you, Morga.
Okay.
As you guys start to wrap up this conversation, you see Mambo come back, and he has like quite literally like a chest, like his hands like together, like holding like a chest full of like different greens. It looks like, and you see like there's some fruits in there as well as he returns with a bounty of fruits and vegetables. And you see him kind of reach back, and he has like a small pack on his back and pulls out a like saute pan and starts to add these greens with a little bit of river water into this pan, and you see him like pull out some spices, and yeah, he is preparing a dinner for himself, it seems. Halbor, about this time, you finish your ritual, and you kind of look around the area, and you do not detect anything magical within 30 feet. I will say, as you look down too, and you get a more of a look down, these stairs, like the distance between the top and bottom of each step is about your height. Like you would need
I'm
to,
climbing
if you're
it.
gonna go in down there, you are
Oh.
climbing down. These are very large steps.
Well, as long I'll have to at least make it down one because I want to get within 30 feet of this thing to
Okay.
make sure this isn't magical.
All right, yeah. So you kind of climb your little self down the first step, getting within 30 feet, and still nothing is pinging. You can see the faint aura of magical items coming from on the other side of the wall, and particularly Morga's shield. It's like, white hot, like magic energy coming from that, and then lesser from the other magic items that are in the party.
Okay.
But
As long as there's no like immediate magical threat in this area, I'm happy and will return.
okay. Yeah, and you are able to climb back up and make your way back here around the party. You guys sit here now around the campfire in the company of Mambo as he prepares this this vegetarian meal here, what would you guys like to do?
Sorry, guys, I'm going to have to do this one too. I start casting another ritual, and this one is for alarm. So as I draw the circle and start drawing the runes, you watch me take out a little bell and wire, and I just kind of like I hold it in one hand, hold the book in the other, and continue reading off, and then I am slowly casting the alarm spell for the night.
Perfect.
It is 20-foot cube. And then I designate that like the four of us won't set it off. So if anything comes within this 20-foot cube, it'll set off.
So is it around the fire then?
Yeah, I figured like wherever we were going to sleep, I was going to try to like mostly get it around us, but like trying to get it on the fire. So like that, yeah.
Okay.
And then yeah. If it is tripped for 10 seconds, it makes the sound of a handbell for up towards the 60 feet.
Nice.
You are
you
just
see
full of
Mambo
surprises.
pull out some bowls and start making 4 portions of this meal that he's making.
Oh, wow. Oh, Lord.
Mambo, thank you
Here you
so
go.
much.
He starts to hand them out.
Thank you.
I hope you like it. If you save any of those fish or sausages from before, you can put that in there.
Ooh. Morgan's gonna reach for some of the sausages and just put it in this mixture and just start going to town and just eating it, but trying to be polite at the same time because she doesn't usually eat the food that her food eats. So she just trying to choke it down as best as she can.
It is delicious.
Oh,
I was going to say, yeah, I was just going to eat it as is.
I'm just going to eat it as is. This looks
This is
so
quite
healthy and well done.
Yeah, and it seems that he and you guys could kind of smell it as it was cooking too. The whatever spice blend. He seems very comfortable and used to like using these ingredients. So, yeah, it's great.
Thank you, Mambo. This is delicious.
Mambo, thank you so much.
Absolutely.
thank you.
Always try and feed my Chacha guests.
Have you been into this temple much?
No, definitely not a temple diver. No, not for me. I'll stick out here to the river.
Do you know of anybody that has?
No, as far as I know, I'm the only Benthurian that's come this far.
Right.
Fascinating. I'm very surprised Gorman hasn't tried to drag you out here himself yet.
Yeah, Gorman's been about halfway out this way. I've had him out on the raft many times, though. Probably more than anyone else, honestly.
Hmm. Well, I'm
Do
not.
you happen to know? Oh, I was gonna say, do you happen to know the history of this ruin here? Do you happen to know of anything as to like who built this?
No, I couldn't tell you. Yeah, not my thing, really. I don't think there's any
That's
fish in
okay.
there.
Of course.
Probably true, man. Probably true.
You know, we've come kind of like 3/4 of the way to where I'm dropping you, so we'll have plenty of time tomorrow. You could check it out. I'll, watch the boat as usual.
My eyes light up, and I'm just like, oh, can we, guys? Well, I promise it won't be that much. I need help getting down those stairs.
Well, there could be something in there that could help us in our journey. There could be something in there that would kill us immediately. But, I'm only one person, and there's 2 of you, so I suppose I will stick with you regardless. And it is a bit interesting. It could just be completely abandoned after all. We'll see.
I mean, I will say majority rules. I'm not trying to get in the way of any... like, our quest comes first, obviously. So, if this is deemed unnecessary, we shall move on.
Well, I mean,
Well,
it's
if you
here.
think about
We're
it-
here.
Yeah, and you never know what's on the inside.
Right. That's also what I'm
I
scared
just look
of.
Yeah,
happy.
Mambo.
I, like,
You hear Mambo yawn, and he says, well, I'm gonna get some rest. I'll sleep in the boat.
Oh,
and boat.
I'll see you in the morning.
okay, don't float away.
Mambo. Yeah, just so you know, I've set an alarm in like a little cube area here if you would rather sleep with us. But otherwise, please just be safe.
I don't want to leave the boats over there overnight. I'll sleep in there. I'm used to it. Keep an eye on it. You know. I'll hear your alarm if it goes off.
All
Get
right.
some
That is
rest.
true.
And he heads off to go sleep in the boat.
Yeah, it's exactly 60 feet. He can hear it.
Nice. Okay, so the temple in the morning, then?
Just a quick check. There's some very interesting looking Fresnos on stuff. The pillar up front's got a crocodile carved in it.
Oh, wow. Terrifying. I suppose.
I wonder
mean,
if there's
decorative.
crocodiles.
I hope there's not more crocodiles.
Only
we've
way
already
one.
seen some.
We have. It wasn't
And,
pleasant.
and plus, I bet Morga can beat any crocodile.
She's gonna just smile so big, going like, "Damn right, you're right."
I'm gonna just kind
You
of
guys get some
slowly
sleep.
play my harp while we wind down a little bit, just like a very soft, mellow tune.
Yeah, I'd probably like move a little more over here so I can be like closer to the wall. And then that's where I'll be happy to bed down.
I'm gonna
Or you
sleep
just gonna
inside
pass
the
out?
As you
alarm.
guys
Oh, it's fine. That's mostly for you guys. I'm tiny. Don't miss me.
All right.
As you guys get prepared for an evening's rest, is anybody going to take watch?
I will go first.
I wasn't planning on it since I set the alarm.
Well, it may be a good idea, anyways.
So
If I don't mind taking a second watch, and then when
Okay.
it gets closer to
I appreciate, but
the sun coming up, maybe we can just both sleep. If there's like three, is there
That's not
three
a bad
watches? Usually, I don't know.
Three, yes.
Three.
okay, I can take the last one then.
All right, well, get some sleep, buddy. I'm gonna take a little nap, and I guess Morga wake me up when a few hours have gone by.
Of course, get some sleep. And Morgan's gonna just like hold on to her shield and just kind of like rest like this with it, and just kind of stare off. But also kind of like feeling the shield just to kind of and like praying at the same time, just watching.
As I play my harp and kind of like drift off into sleep, I'm gonna use that kind of like lullaby and melody that I'm doing to give you bardic inspiration for your watch.
Thanks, friend.
Of course. Good night.
Right, as you hear Lothariel playing this kind of quiet melody, and you look out towards the river and hear the sound of the running water, you eventually hear that melody just kind of slowly start to miss a note or two, and then eventually stop completely as the two much smaller companions of yours go to sleep for the evening. As you look out into the jungle, please make a perception check.
You have a D6 that you can roll with it too.
I'm gonna roll my bardic inspiration with that.
You can roll it for an ability check for my mode of potential. You can roll that bardic inspiration twice and choose which one you want to add to your ability check.
Oh, because right now
Bardic
I just got
inspiration with advantage. That's
15.
funny.
Yeah.
So I just got a 15. I don't know if that's. I'm gonna roll it. I'm gonna roll one. So that makes it 18.
With an 18, it's quiet now. I would say even the fire behind you has kind of died down. Just the smoke left rising into the air, disappearing quickly in the darkness of the black of night here. You can see the pinpricks of starlight kind of in the black sky that is exposed above the river, giving just a hint of light, and you kind of, the kind your eyes have to kind of adjust to as you stop looking into the fire. And as you look out into the jungle, it is very, very quiet, all except for one sound coming from the boat. As you hear Mambo snoring away, and you think about 2 hours or so, a little more has passed, and you think it's probably about time to wake Lothariel up, unless there's anything you'd like to do here in the solitude and quiet of the night before waking him up.
Before waking Lothario up, Morga's gonna kind of smile a little bit, looking at the stars and hearing the bugs and just this obviously snoring rhythm of the boat, and she just is gonna say quietly to herself out loud, just she's gonna pray and say, Helm, I don't know if you are here, but I hope you take care of us and make sure to take care of our friend B, wherever she is. Thank you for everything, but I just hope you can see me still. And she's gonna get up and she's gonna pat Letty on the, like, kind of shake a little bit. Just be like, hey, it's Letty Lothario. Hello. How do you feel? You don't look like shit anymore.
Abigail.
You look. No.
Oh.
I'm sorry.
He starts breathing really heavy. I'm sorry. Is it time?
It is time.
Okay, thank you.
We just got our friend over here who's sawing logs in a boat, so that's a fun sound to listen to. But it's actually a beautiful night, so just wake me up if anything happens, okay?
All right, I will. Thank you. I go kind of sit down on the
course.
far log where she was and just kind of sit there and kind of pick at little splinters that are coming off of the edge of my harp and kind of mend it and just kind of take a look around. Maybe munch on some little ration jerky.
Make a perception check for me, please. As the rest of your companions get their much-needed rest.
Ooh, also I have dark vision 60 feet. I don't know if that helps.
I will take that into consideration for the DC.
Nice. 18.
Nice.
With an 18, you hear, you sit here for a few hours. You hear Morga, gently kind of get to sleep. You do hear the same snoring from Mambo, especially for like the first 30 minutes or so. But as you're looking, you kind of do have a chance and you just kind of catch it. As you're looking over towards that boat, you see him like roll over onto his side and the snore to stop. You kind of sit there reflecting, thinking about what you found here in the jungle and also what you've lost. And it is about an hour and a half or so into your 2 hour and 45 minute watch when you start hearing distant sounds coming from this side. And just beyond, kind of the fire, the trees get really thick again. It seems like this clearing area is pretty isolated to just the area right around this temple. You hear this crashing noise start to come from the jungle, and you hear the sound of branches breaking and things being disturbed on the ground, and it seems to be getting louder and closer to you as it comes. And following this crashing noise, you're starting to hear this kind of loud snarling noise, almost as if it's coming from a wolf type creature, and it's just and you hear the snapping of jaws, twigs and branches all at the same time, and it just gets louder and louder. You see your two companions begin to kind of stir from the noise itself.
Wake up,
you.
Something's happening.
And just as you say this, out of the trees emerges what looks to be a humanoid figure, and you can see now behind it, just coming out of the trees as well, what looks to be this large wolven creature that seems to be chasing this man. You see it's covered in like a almost thorn bark like green skin, and you can hear as it's running and loping after this man, it creaks like a tree bark or a tree trunk in like a torrential wind. And as you see this person emerge from the tree line, Brayden, if you could please describe your character for us, please.
So emerging from the tree line, you see a 6'2" human emerge. Brown kind of trench jacket, sleeves rolled up, arms covered in scars and tattoos.
Oh.
A triangular shaped pirate hat.
Oh shit.
Maroon pants that are worn and dirty, tucked into some boots that match the hat and jacket. Under the jacket is a white shirt that's left open to reveal more scars and tattoos across his chest. And he has long hair with bits of braids going throughout it. With beads and knickknacks kind of braided into the hair. Wearing a white but almost blood-stained bandana just under his hat, and a single braid falling down in front of his face.
Wow.
You guys look up and see this very pirate-like figure emerging from the woods, a giant thorned bark skin green wolf, and what looks like 3 dark figures you can't see behind this wolf. I need everybody to roll initiative.
Oh, God.
And that is where we will pick up.
Oh my
What do you
gosh.
mean, you asshole? Brayden!
Hey guys.
Hell yeah, let's go.
Incredible.
Alrighty, thank you so much for watching tonight's episode of The Jungles of Paldir. We sure do appreciate it. One more quick reminder, you can find us on social media at Side21TV on Instagram and TikTok. Be sure to join our Discord. We'd love to chat with you there, and we will see you next time on Side 21. Have a great night.